Humanity is a young species in the vast timeline of Earth. For hundreds of thousands of years, Homo sapiens evolved slowly, adapting to environments, climates, predators, and challenges. We learned to use tools, build societies, and shape the world around us. But today, for the first time in history, evolution is no longer purely biological. It is technological, cultural, and intentional. Modern science allows humans to redesign the body, expand the mind, and alter the very mechanisms of life. These abilities raise a profound question. What comes after Homo sapiens? The term post-human does not describe a creature of fantasy. It describes a potential descendant of humanity, shaped not by slow natural selection, but by deliberate human choice. These future beings may possess stronger bodies, enhanced senses, advanced cognition, or extended lifespans. They may merge with intelligent machines, live in digital environments, or adapt to new planets. The post-human is not defined by a single form. It is defined by transformation. A transformation that begins with the tools we build and the choices we make. Yet the concept of a post-human future is not only scientific, it is philosophical. It forces humanity to ask what defines a species. Is it biology? Is it intelligence? Is it culture, emotion, or identity? If humans change too much, do we remain human, or do we become something new? These questions shape the debate about the future of evolution. This episode explores the forces pushing humanity beyond its biological origins, the possible forms of post-human life, and the challenges that arise as humans evolve into something more. To understand what comes after Homo sapiens, we must first understand how this moment in history became possible. Homo sapiens evolved through natural selection, a slow process shaped by survival pressures. For our ancient ancestors, adaptation depended on climate, predators, food availability, and physical endurance. But the world has changed. Modern humans do not face the same pressures that shaped early evolution. Medicine protects us from disease. Technology reduces physical struggle. Agriculture ensures food supply. Infrastructure shields us from harsh environments. These advances reduce the forces that once directed biological evolution. In place of natural pressures, new forces arise. The first force is technological enhancement. Humanity now relies on tools that extend our abilities. Eyeglasses improve vision. Phones expand memory. Machines amplify strength. Digital information expands knowledge. These tools act as external enhancements. Over time, enhancements move closer to the body. Implants restore hearing. Neural devices aid communication. Artificial limbs replace lost function. These early steps reveal the direction of future evolution. The second force is genetic science. Researchers study how genes influence health, development, and ability. Gene therapies repair inherited conditions. Genetic analysis reveals patterns of disease and immunity. These discoveries suggest the possibility of guiding biological traits in future generations. This is not science fiction. It is an emerging field with the power to reshape the human body from within. The third force is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence amplifies human thought, analyzes complex patterns, and supports decision-making. It influences education, medicine, engineering, and communication. As artificial intelligence grows, it becomes a cognitive partner, altering not only how we work but how we think. The mind of the future will not operate alone. It will operate in collaboration with intelligent systems. The fourth force is environmental change. As Earth faces new climates, rising temperatures, and shifting ecosystems, humans must adapt through design rather than biology. Technology becomes essential to survival. Adaptation becomes intentional. And this intentional adaptation may influence the direction of future evolution. The fifth force is space exploration. Humans who live on the Moon or Mars will face radiation, reduced gravity, and isolation. These conditions challenge biological limits. Surviving long-term in space may require enhanced physiology or synthetic support systems. Over time, generations living in different environments may diverge from Earth-based humans. Together, these forces push humanity toward a transition, a shift from biological evolution shaped by nature to post-biological evolution shaped by technology and choice. Homo sapiens becomes the architect of its own future. To understand what comes after Homo sapiens, humanity must confront the question of what defines a species. Traditionally, a species is shaped by biological features. Bone structure, brain size, reproductive patterns, physical traits, and genetic sequences determine classification. Homo sapiens possesses a distinct combination of traits: an upright posture, a highly developed brain, complex language, social cooperation, and symbolic thought. These traits separate us from earlier human species such as Homo erectus or Neanderthals. But the post-human future challenges this definition. Post-human beings may not be defined primarily by biology. They may be defined by capability. They may be defined by cognition, perception, adaptability, or technological integration. Their evolution may unfold not through reproduction alone, but through upgrades, enhancements, and engineered changes. This breaks the traditional model of biological species. A post-human may have extended lifespans supported by improved cellular repair and synthetic organs. They may possess sensory perception beyond the natural human range, detecting ultraviolet light, electromagnetic fields, or distant vibrations. They may blend biological neurons with artificial processors, creating hybrid cognition capable of processing information at extraordinary speed. They may maintain memory with digital support, recall knowledge instantly, or interact mentally with intelligent systems. These changes are more than enhancements. They represent shifts in identity. A post-human may think differently, learn differently, experience emotion differently, and interpret reality differently. Over time, these differences accumulate. When enough differences exist, a new species emerges. Biologists define a species by the ability to reproduce and share traits across generations. Post-human beings may redefine reproduction entirely. Genetic editing might shape inherited traits. Synthetic biology could introduce traits not found in natural genomes. Couples might choose enhancements for their children, altering traits intentionally. In some scenarios, future post-humans may not rely on traditional reproduction at all. They may replicate through digital consciousness or synthetic creation. This flexibility challenges the boundaries between species. Homo sapiens becomes the foundation, but not the limit. Post-humans become a continuation, an expansion, and a transformation of what humanity has been. They are not defined by the body they inherit, but by the body they design. This shift mirrors earlier evolutionary transitions. When early humans developed language, symbolic thinking, and cultural transmission, they became different from their ancestors. Today's transition is more dramatic because humans control it intentionally. The next step in evolution will not require thousands of generations. It may unfold across a single century. And the beings who emerge may look at Homo sapiens as an ancestral stage in a much larger story. The transformation from human to post-human unfolds through several pathways. These pathways do not compete with one another. They merge, overlap, and reinforce each other to create a broad shift from biological evolution to synthetic evolution. Synthetic evolution is the process by which conscious design replaces natural selection. It is the deliberate modification of the body and mind through science, engineering, and digital technology. The first pathway is genetic transformation. Genetic science offers tools to adjust biological traits before birth or throughout life. These tools may one day influence growth, metabolism, immunity, and cognitive development. Genetic transformation allows humanity to reduce vulnerabilities and strengthen physical and mental abilities. It represents a shift from natural inheritance to intentional inheritance. The second pathway is cybernetic integration. Cybernetic systems connect machines directly with the human nervous system. Prosthetic limbs respond to intention with precision. Neural implants support communication, memory, or mobility. Sensory devices translate external signals into neural patterns the brain can interpret. As these systems evolve, they may blend seamlessly with biological tissue, creating bodies that are partly organic and partly synthetic. The third pathway is artificial intelligence partnership. Artificial intelligence already supports decision-making, analysis, and creative work. In the future, artificial intelligence may become an extension of the human mind. People may rely on intelligent assistants for memory, planning, or problem-solving. Over time, cognition may become hybrid, merging biological intuition with artificial intelligence processing. This partnership increases mental capacity beyond natural limits. The fourth pathway is digital migration of consciousness. Although still theoretical, mind uploading represents the extreme form of synthetic evolution. If consciousness can be preserved digitally, individuals may exist outside the biological body. They may inhabit virtual environments, operate machines remotely, or explore digital worlds with new forms of perception. Digital migration separates identity from the limitations of biology. The fifth pathway is environmental adaptation beyond Earth. If humans settle the Moon or Mars, biological adaptation may not suffice. Radiation, low gravity, and extreme conditions will require enhanced physiology. Synthetic organs, reinforced bones, and engineered immunity may become essential. Over generations, space settlers may diverge from Earth-based humans, evolving into distinct post-human branches. These pathways show how synthetic evolution becomes the dominant force shaping the future. Unlike natural evolution, this evolution is intentional, rapid, and diverse. It does not shape all humans in the same way. Some may remain fully biological, others may become advanced hybrids. Others may exist in digital form. Humanity becomes a spectrum of possibilities rather than a single biological species. This transition marks the beginning of the post-human era, an era defined not by what humans inherit, but by what they choose to become. The post-human future is not a single destination. It is a branching network of possibilities shaped by technology, environment, and personal choice. Just as life on Earth evolved into countless species adapted to different conditions, humanity may diversify into multiple forms based on the enhancements individuals adopt. These forms may differ in physical capability, cognitive structure, perception, lifespan, and the environments they inhabit. One branch of post-humanity may consist of enhanced biological humans. These individuals retain the natural human form but improve it through genetic engineering, advanced medicine, nanotechnology, or synthetic organs. They may live longer, heal faster, or experience improved physical and cognitive performance. Their evolution remains connected to biology, but strengthened by scientific intervention. Another branch may involve cybernetic hybrids. These individuals integrate technology directly into their bodies and nervous systems. They may possess artificial limbs, synthetic eyes, neural implants, or enhanced sensory devices. Their abilities may exceed those of natural humans in strength, perception, and endurance. Over time, their identity may become linked to the balance between machine and organism. A more radical branch includes humans who merge deeply with artificial intelligence. These individuals may rely on neural interfaces for memory, cognition, or creativity. Artificial intelligence systems may function as extensions of their thought processes. Over time, the partnership between biological intuition and artificial intelligence analysis may blend into a unified consciousness. These post-humans may think faster, understand complex patterns easily, and navigate information in ways beyond natural brain function. Another branch may exist primarily in digital form. If consciousness can be digitized in the distant future, some individuals may choose to leave biological bodies behind. They may exist within virtual environments, digital networks, or robotic platforms. Their perception would be shaped by data rather than physical sensation. They could experience multiple environments simultaneously or travel through networks at the speed of information. These digital beings would represent a post-biological branch of humanity. Space-adapted humans form another potential branch. Living on the Moon, Mars, or deep space stations requires physiological traits different from those needed on Earth. Enhanced radiation resistance, adjusted bone density, improved oxygen processing, and specialized cardiovascular support may be essential. Over generations, these adaptations may diverge enough to form new post-human lineages adapted for life beyond Earth. These branches do not compete. They coexist. Humanity becomes a family of diverse forms unified by shared origins but shaped by different paths. This diversity mirrors the natural evolution of species, but with one difference. Post-human diversification will be chosen rather than imposed by nature. It will reflect individual values, cultural beliefs, and environmental opportunities. The idea of multiple forms of humanity raises profound questions. How will society maintain unity when physical and cognitive abilities differ? How will communication evolve between those who think at different speeds or perceive different layers of reality? How will laws, rights, and responsibilities adapt to beings with vastly different lifespans or capabilities? These questions show that the post-human future requires careful planning. Without it, diversity may lead to division. With it, diversity may become humanity's greatest strength. Humanity's future may extend far beyond Earth. The universe contains billions of stars, trillions of planets, and environments vastly different from the world in which Homo sapiens evolved. Natural human biology limits long-distance space travel. Radiation damages cells. Low gravity weakens bones and muscles. Isolation strains mental health. Extreme temperatures challenge survival. These limitations are not flaws. They reflect the fact that humans evolved on a single planet with specific conditions. The post-human may overcome these limitations through intentional design. Enhanced biology and synthetic systems allow humans to adapt to cosmic environments in ways that natural evolution cannot achieve quickly. One possibility is the genetically strengthened space explorer. Genetic modifications that improve DNA repair, enhance bone density, or increase resistance to radiation could support long-duration missions. These modifications might not create superhuman abilities on Earth, but they could provide essential survival traits in space. Another possibility is a cybernetically supported astronaut. Exoskeletons could maintain muscle strength in low gravity. Synthetic organs could filter radiation damage. Embedded sensors could monitor vital signs and environmental conditions in real time. These enhancements create a hybrid physiology adapted for cosmic exploration. Artificial intelligence partnership also plays a central role. Intelligent systems can guide navigation, interpret cosmic data, and protect explorers from hazards. Neural interfaces could allow astronauts to interact with spacecraft systems mentally, increasing efficiency and reducing error. In deep space missions, artificial intelligence may even provide psychological support, reducing the effects of isolation. A more radical possibility involves digital explorers. If consciousness one day becomes transferable, digital beings could travel through space without biological vulnerability. They could cross vast distances over centuries, control robotic bodies on distant worlds, or explore environments too dangerous for biological life. Digital exploration removes the limitations of time, hunger, fatigue, and physical risk. Space colonization also influences evolution. Humans living on Mars may adapt to lower gravity, reduce sunlight, and harsh radiation. Even with enhancement, long-term settlement may reshape physiology. Children born in space environments may develop traits different from those of Earth-born humans. These changes could become permanent over generations, producing a new branch of post-humanity adapted to life beyond Earth. The post-human future is deeply connected to space. As humanity expands into the cosmos, the species must adapt through design. This is not merely exploration. It is evolution on a cosmic scale. Homo sapiens emerged from the Earth, but the post-human may become a species of many worlds. As humanity moves toward a post-human future, the greatest danger is not technology itself, it is division. When some individuals enhance their minds and bodies while others remain natural, society may fracture into separate groups with different capabilities, perspectives, and lifespans. These differences could reshape every part of human life, from education and employment to politics, culture, and identity. One major risk is cognitive inequality. Enhanced individuals with expanded memory, faster learning, or artificial intelligence-assisted thought may outperform natural humans in nearly every intellectual task. This advantage may lead to unequal access to influential careers, scientific leadership, or economic power. Natural humans may feel overshadowed or excluded, creating tension between groups. Physical inequality presents another challenge. Enhanced strength, endurance, or sensory perception could alter competition in sports, labor, and daily life. Cybernetically enhanced individuals might complete tasks that natural humans cannot attempt. Over time, these differences may influence social class, job opportunity, or personal status. Lifespan inequality also threatens social unity. If enhancements extend life dramatically, enhanced individuals may outlive natural humans by decades or even centuries. These long-lived individuals may accumulate wealth, knowledge, and influence at a pace that natural humans cannot match. Generational gaps may widen as enhanced individuals experience far more time than their biological counterparts. Cultural divergence is another concern. Enhanced and natural humans may interpret the world differently. Differences in perception, memory, and emotional processing may lead to different values or priorities. Groups may form distinct cultural identities shaped by their level of enhancement. Without shared experiences, empathy may weaken. There is also the risk of discrimination. Natural humans may fear that enhanced individuals threaten their place in society. Enhanced humans may view natural humans as limited or outdated. These attitudes could lead to segregation, unequal access to resources, or political conflict. History shows that differences in ability or status can spark tension, and post-human differences may amplify these divides significantly. Legal systems must also adapt. What rights should enhanced individuals have? Should digital consciousness have legal protection? Should enhanced cognition influence leadership qualifications? Should society limit certain enhancements to preserve fairness? These questions remain unanswered. Transhumanists argue that enhancement can be managed ethically, with policies that ensure fairness and accessibility. Critics warn that even with safeguards, human nature may create conflict. The truth is that the post-human future depends on how societies handle difference. Without careful planning, the transition may divide humanity into separate species, not only biologically, but socially. Unity will require empathy, shared values, and systems that protect equality even when abilities differ. The future of the species depends on ensuring that progress benefits all, not only those who enhance themselves. The post-human future raises a question that touches every person. What does it mean to be human? For thousands of years, humanity defined itself through shared biology. People experienced similar emotions, limitations, and lifespans. But when enhancements reshape ability, perception, cognition, and lifespan, the foundation of identity begins to shift. One major aspect of identity is the body. Humans recognize themselves through familiar features, hands, eyes, face, and movement. If the body changes through enhancements or cybernetic additions, self-perception may shift. Individuals with synthetic limbs, augmented senses, or integrated devices may see themselves differently. Their sense of embodiment, the feeling of living inside a physical self, may evolve. Another aspect of identity is emotion. Emotions shape relationships, decisions, and memories. If enhancements influence emotional balance, cognitive stability, or hormonal regulation, emotional experience may not remain the same. Some individuals may experience reduced fear, increased empathy, or more controlled responses. Others may feel new forms of emotion generated by artificial cognition or expanded perception. Memory contributes to identity as well. Enhanced memory through biological improvement or artificial intelligence support may change how individuals experience the past. Memories may become more vivid, more organized, or more accessible. But this enhanced recall may affect emotional interpretation. People define themselves partly by what they remember and how they remember it. Changing memory changes identity. Another important element is lifespan. When individuals live far longer than earlier generations, their sense of purpose, meaning, and personal growth may shift. Long-lived post-humans may view time differently, pursue longer goals, and form relationships in new ways. Identity may evolve over centuries, reflecting experiences that natural humans cannot imagine. Cultural identity also transforms. Enhanced individuals may create new cultural traditions based on extended ability or expanded perception. Digital post-humans may build their own social spaces and symbolic systems. These cultural shifts may challenge older traditions built around natural human experience. Spiritual and philosophical identity are affected as well. Many belief systems center on the body, the mind, and the natural cycle of life and death. Enhancing lifespan, altering biology, or digitizing consciousness may raise questions about meaning, purpose, and the nature of the soul. Individuals and societies must reinterpret old beliefs or create new ones that reflect a transformed human condition. Despite these changes, one element remains constant. Humans seek meaning. Humans seek connection. Humans seek identity. The post-human future does not erase these desires. It reshapes them. The challenge is ensuring that transformation does not diminish the depth of human experience but enriches it. Identity in the post-human era becomes fluid, diverse, and dynamic. It reflects not only what humanity has been, but what humanity chooses to become. As humanity approaches a post-human future, a crucial question arises. What parts of the human experience will we carry forward? Transformation does not mean forgetting who we were. It means choosing what remains essential. The legacy of Homo sapiens includes intelligence, emotion, curiosity, creativity, morality, and resilience. These qualities shaped every achievement in history. They guided the development of art, science, culture, and society. Even if bodies and minds change, these qualities remain the foundation of identity. One important aspect of this legacy is empathy. Empathy allows humans to understand others, form relationships, and build communities. It supports cooperation and prevents conflict. In a future where individuals differ in ability, perception, or lifespan, empathy becomes even more important. Enhanced or natural, biological or synthetic, all beings require empathy to maintain unity. Creativity is another essential legacy. Creativity emerges from imagination and emotion. It inspires innovation, art, storytelling, and scientific discovery. Post-human minds may possess new forms of creativity fueled by enhanced cognition or expanded perception. But the spirit of exploration, the desire to express meaning through creation, originates from the earliest humans. Curiosity forms another part of the legacy. Curiosity drove ancient humans to explore new lands, understand nature, build tools, and seek knowledge. It remains the force behind discovery in every field. Even in a post-human future, curiosity will guide exploration across digital worlds, scientific frontiers, and distant planets. Morality also plays a central role. As humans transform, ethical choices shape the direction of evolution. The values of fairness, justice, compassion, and responsibility do not disappear with enhancement. They grow more important as technological power increases. Post-human societies must carry forward moral principles to protect dignity and equality. Connection is another legacy. Humans build families, friendships, and communities. These connections create meaning and support well-being. Even if individuals live longer or think differently, the need for connection remains unchanged. Post-human relationships may evolve, but the desire to belong will remain. Memory forms yet another piece of the legacy. Generations pass knowledge, stories, and lessons forward. This continuity shapes identity across time. Even if minds become stronger or digital, the memories of humanity's past will remain important to guide the future. The legacy of Homo sapiens does not disappear in the post-human era. It becomes the foundation upon which new forms of humanity grow. Evolution changes the vessel, but not the core. The post-human future will carry the best parts of what it means to be human, even as it expands far beyond the limits of biology. The ultimate question of the post-human future is simple yet profound. If humanity transforms its body and mind, do we remain human? This question is not about science alone. It is about identity, meaning, and belonging. Some argue that enhanced individuals remain human because humanity is defined by consciousness, emotion, and moral values. As long as these qualities persist, humanity endures. Others argue that significant changes to biology, cognition, or a lifespan create a new species entirely. They claim that the essence of Homo sapiens is tied to the natural human body and brain. The truth may lie between these views. Humanity is not defined solely by biology. It is defined by the ability to adapt, learn, and evolve. Throughout history, humans changed technologies, cultures, and beliefs. Each generation lived differently from the last. The post-human transition is a continuation of this pattern, but on a larger scale. The question of humanity also involves connection. If individuals feel empathy, build relationships, express meaning, and seek understanding, they preserve the essence of humanity. Transformation does not erase these qualities. It expands them. A post-human being with enhanced senses may experience deeper beauty. A post-human with expanded cognition may understand the universe more clearly. A post-human with increased lifespan may appreciate life's meaning in new ways. Yet concerns remain. If enhancements become extreme, individuals may think or feel so differently that they struggle to relate to natural humans. Communication may shift. Culture may evolve rapidly. Different branches of humanity may interpret reality in unique ways. This divergence could create emotional distance between groups. Society must therefore define humanity not by physical form but by shared values. Compassion, understanding, creativity, curiosity, and respect form the core of human identity. As long as these values remain, individuals across all branches of future humanity share a common heritage. Humans evolve. Species transform. What matters is not the form we take but the values we uphold. The post-human future will challenge every assumption about identity. But it will not erase humanity unless humanity chooses to let go of what it means to be human. Humanity stands at a threshold, and like any other in its long story. The journey of Homo sapiens began with fragile bodies, simple tools, and small communities. Over thousands of generations, intelligence, curiosity, and cooperation shaped civilizations and discoveries that reshaped the planet. Today, those same qualities bring humanity to a moment where evolution becomes a choice. The possibility of enhanced bodies, expanded minds, and new forms of existence invites humanity to imagine what comes next. The post-human future is not guaranteed. It is a direction shaped by decisions made now and in the decades ahead. Technologies that extend lifespan, increase intelligence, or merge biology with machines carry both promise and risk. They can reduce suffering, empower creativity, and expand opportunity. But they can also create division, inequality, and ethical challenges if used without wisdom. The future depends not only on scientific ability, but on moral responsibility. What comes after Homo sapiens will reflect the values humanity upholds. If society chooses compassion, fairness, and understanding, the post-human age may become a time of unity and shared progress. Enhanced and natural humans may work together, exploring new worlds, solving global challenges, and preserving the beauty of human legacy. If society chooses fear, division, or neglect, the future may fracture into competing branches of humanity, each drifting further from connection. The question is not whether humanity will change. Humanity has always changed. The question is how we guide that change. The core qualities that define humanity are not shaped by muscle strength, sensory range, or natural lifespan. They are shaped by empathy, creativity, curiosity, and the desire to seek meaning. These qualities must remain at the center of any transformation. Homo sapiens may not be the final form of the human story. Just as earlier human species gave rise to modern humans may give rise to post-human descendants. This transition does not diminish the value of the present. It enriches the future with possibility. The next chapter of evolution may unfold through biological enhancement, cybernetic integration, artificial intelligence partnership, or digital consciousness. Each path reveals a different vision of what it means to live, think, and grow. The destiny of humanity lies in choosing how to adapt, how to evolve, and how to preserve the meaning of being human. The future is not a distant dream. It begins with every discovery, every innovation, and every ethical choice made today. As long as humanity carries forward empathy, curiosity, and the desire to understand itself, the post-human age will be an extension of the human spirit, not its replacement. This journey into the future of humanity comes to a close, but the questions it raises continue. The story of what comes after Homo sapiens has only begun. Thank you for exploring this frontier with us. To follow the next chapter in our unfolding evolution, remember to subscribe and join us again for the next episode.